Crosswalk is used to guide pedestrians to a focal point, one place where they can cross the road safely.
Well, the crosswalks, it's kind of twofold. It gives the visual effect to the driver of the vehicles that this is a high traffic volume for pedestrians. So it gives you that visual there, and at the same time it gives the visual for the pedestrians that this is where I should be crossing at. Because when traffic engineers design roadways and design sidewalks and crosswalks, they're doing that for a purpose, and that's for the safety of everyone involved.
There are two types of crosswalks. The first crosswalk is our standard crosswalk, which is comprised of two lines that cross the travel way of the roadway. They're 12 inches wide. There's a 6-foot walk area in between. The high visibility crosswalk, which we use in areas where there's more pedestrians, that one is made up, it looks like a ladder when you cross the roadway. The material that we do use, the thermoplastic and the tape, both are comprised of the material plus glass beads. The glass beads reflect the headlights back to the motorist to give them higher visibility. And as they wear out, they reduce the reflectivity, and that's why we do replace them.
When you enter a crosswalk, obviously we want you to stay in that crosswalk the entire way across the street. That keeps you safe. When it comes to this crosswalks in general, when they're on the roadways, obviously if it's a public roadway, there's certain laws in the Code of Virginia that apply, and that's when we talk about those based on the speed limit. When we look at the law, it's pretty clear that any speed limit of the road that's 35 miles an hour or less, if the person's already in the crosswalk, whether it be at an intersection or even mid-block of a crosswalk, that they'll have that right of way. As far as the private property, when it comes to enforcement purposes, there has to be some type of reckless act on the driver of the vehicle's part for us to be able to charge them, but that pedestrian also has to know that when they step out, the way cars are designed, sometimes they may be seen, sometimes they're not. So making that eye contact is actually pretty crucial as far as when they should go and when they shouldn't go. Probably one of the biggest things we see a lot nowadays is not only distracted driving, but what we refer to as distracted walking. You see a lot of people with their headphones on or their earbuds in, and it's connected to their phone, and they're listening to music, and they're not paying attention to what the vehicular traffic is doing. So even though, again, you might have that right of way, if you're not hearing and seeing everything that you're supposed to be, then it still could be your fault, even if it's a 25-mile-an-hour zone, and you might even have that right of way. So what we would love to be able to say is in 2017 we have 0 pedestrian injuries and or fatalities, and if that can be accomplished, then maybe this will help a little bit, and we can help keeping that message going.